Whoa. That's it. That's right. What's up, everybody? You saw the title, you clicked on the video. Conor McGregor is back. He's back. News, headlines, ABC News. I heard it on the radio on an AM news station driving into the facility this morning. Conor McGregor is back. International news. Jesus, good for him. How crazy is that? Probably sucks for him. I'm sure he's sick of it at this point, but still paying the bills. Conor McGregor is back, though, after an incident happened at UFC 223 in April. The headliner was supposed to have been Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson, and then Tony got hurt, so then it became Max Holloway. Max Holloway was then removed from the card due to health concerns during a botched weight cut, improper weight cut, extreme silly weight cut. Max is pulled off the card. It turns out to be Khabib versus Al Iaquinta for the title. That's just a little backstory. But Conor McGregor shows up fight week, and he's got a beef with Khabib, evidently. This is UFC 223 in April. And those of you who know that I did actually put 2 videos out on the topic. I would suggest go back and listen to those. They got a good amount of views. You'll know the ones I'm talking about, where I break down what happened behind the scene. But now here, Conor McGregor is back. Now, if that's me, if that's you probably, if I pick up a dolly, a steel dolly, like just a Hercules Superman, like Conor McGregor is, and throw it into a bus and just create all sorts of carnage and chaos and attention and headlines, of course. If I go out and do that, very WWE style, we can all think back to the 80s and to the 90s of WWE programming. You saw the limo pull into the underground tunnel, and there's the wrestlers out, and one takes a chair and he beats him, or a baseball bat, or a tire iron, or he runs him over, right? Because we've seen this on pro wrestling so many times. Um, Coincidentally, Conor McGregor does something nearly identical. Nearly identical. He rolls in with all of his boys from Ireland, and then bombs the lower tier of the Barclays Center, I believe, in New York back in April at UFC 223. Screams, Khabib, I'm gonna whatever to you. I'm a tougher man than you. Fight me, like the whole 80s action hero flick. Conor McGregor is a 1980s action hero. I love that about him. And we tune in, right? We tune in. So he throws this dolly, boom, into the bus. Mike Chiesa, unfortunately, this is not comedy, gets hurt, gets glass in his eye, I believe. Ray Borg, same thing. Rose Namajunas, the reigning UFC 115-pound female champion, almost has to pull off the card because of this incident. So 3 bouts severely affected, at least 3 public bouts severely affected by Conor's actions. And I know Conor even apologized for it. He gets it. But now he moves forward, facing possible felonies, right? A lesser person probably would have gotten a couple felonies or so, but he pleads guilty to basically a misdemeanor charge. What that charge is exactly, I can tell you, though I don't think it really matters. To disorderly conduct. Pleads guilty to disorderly conduct. He won't have a record. He won't have travel restrictions. He won't have any problems in his life at all. He'll pay a couple dollars, but that's fine. And then he gets to fight Khabib Nurmagomedov. And this is the second part, the fight announced news. The fight between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov is very seriously being discussed right now. Many other news sites have reported, MMA Junkie and MMA Fighting. I follow their tweets. ESPN, they've all reported. And Audi Attar, Conor's manager, had said discussions are very close with the UFC right now. We know Conor McGregor's been training since the incident. Conor always trains. That's the thing people don't understand about Conor McGregor. The fool always trains. He's always in the gym. He's always in the gym. Good times, bad times don't matter. Victories, loss don't matter. He's in the gym. He's training. Conor's already in shape, ready to go. Conor could probably step in on a week's notice. I would give a 100% guarantee Conor McGregor could step in on a week's notice right now, but then give him 2 months to keep on training and peaking and doing what he does as a professional mixed martial artist. That fight is being seriously discussed for October or November. And you'll read in the other news reports that that's what's being talked about. That's what it looks like. And there was no doubt, right? Nobody had any doubt about that. Nobody doubted that. We all knew that's exactly what was going to happen. They're going to come out and they're going to fight the biggest fight ever. And there you go. SummerSlam works well. But, Conor's back. And it looks like Khabib is on the radar for fall, early fall. So I'm going to answer a couple questions and then get out because I'm podcasting with Mr. Jay Haran today. Jay Haran stars in The Equalizer 2 with Denzel Washington. He's also a former IFL welterweight world champion, former Bellator welterweight tournament champion, very respected athlete, and very in demand actor now. So we're going to have Jay in here in a little bit. Roman Grant, what's up, Roman? Jordan Rain, is that real? That's real. Paul Thompson, good morning, killer. What's up, Paul? Paul Riley, Coach Preach, love from Ireland. Ireland's in the house. There we go, talking about Mr. McGregor. Martin Sanchez, what are good blood levels to lose weight? I don't understand the question. What do you mean specifically? I would suggest you speak with a doctor, as we all should. You should all go to your doctor every 3 months, have a little chat with your doctor, a little 6-minute talk with your doctor to talk about how you're doing, what's changed, what's new, how you're feeling, and how you can continue to feel great and look great and be great, live great, and get a comprehensive blood panel done as your doctor deems necessary based upon your age and the data that he's collected through the 6-minute interview. There we go. And if your healthcare covers it, get it constantly. That Martin, that's the answer. That's the best answer. Robert, fight isn't announced yet. It has been announced by people close to the fight, by credible news sources, and even Conor's agent is discussing about how close they are to that fight. That's the fight they want, and that's the point of this video. That's the only fight. Maybe a Nate or Nick Diaz would be a decent fight for Conor. That would sell pretty well too. But the Khabib fight, that's the international fight. Zeke, can't wait for Brock versus Conor McGregor for the open weight championship with Dana as a ref. I would pay for that. I would watch that. Huh. Yeah. I don't know who would win that. That'd be a good one. Desert Garden. Mike, you're the man. You are the people. I appreciate that. Zach, what's the best way to recover after doing shots of tequila all night and eating bullshit Mexican food? Been killing it on 12-week program and partied too hard last night. There's 2 O's in 2, by the way. Celebrating my promotion at work. I'm going to start correcting people's grammar now as I read these, just for my own personal amusement, not to be critical, but hopefully to be helpful, because my job is to coach. Just like if you are going out drinking fucking too many shots of tequila, eating bullshit Mexican food, and then expecting to be fit and healthy, what are you doing? It's not about the food. It's not about the alcohol. It's about the poor decisions, man. It's about the poor decisions, Zach. What are you doing, man? You knew the whole time. So don't try this fucking bullshit, little baby. Oh, I didn't know. I was stuck out. It was Friday or Monday or Sheila's birthday or whatever your bullshit excuse is. Just understand that it's a choice. You're choosing to be a dickhead. That's it. You're choosing to be a dickhead. And once you accept that, you become accountable and responsible. Once you own that, we call it being intentional and being mindful. I am intentional about the food that I eat, the things that I do, the thoughts that I have to the best of my ability. I am intentional. I understand if I do this, A, B, C will be a result. Sometimes if I go out with my dickhead friends and drink shitty tequila and eat crappy Mexican food, I understand I'm going to be fucking up about 4 weeks of gains. It's going to take me 6 to 8 days just to get back to ground zero that I was right before I made this dickhead move. So being intentional, is this dickhead move worth it? And sometimes that answer might be yes. It's your wedding. It's your kid's birthday. You achieved a legitimate goal that you had set for yourself at some point in the past, usually 3, 6, 12 months in the past before you make a big dickhead decision like that. So you're intentional. I'm going to eat like a dickhead and I'm going to suffer 8 days of bullshit fucking consequences because I was a dickhead. But I'm choosing to be a dickhead. Therefore, I am a dickhead, right? Therefore, you're choosing, you're accepting that accountability, the responsibility. Then I'm not going to bark at you because you're making a decision. You're a grown ass adult. But to pretend like you were a victim to your lifestyle, to pretend like it just happened, to pretend like it was your buddy's, friend's, sister's, wife's, mother's, coworker's, boss's fault, that's bullshit. Now you're being an even bigger dickhead because the first one you can recover from because at least you're accountable. You're owning your decisions. That's what this is about. So I'm not going to tell you to drink Himalayan sea salt and fresh squeezed citrus to balance out your electrolytes. That's not the answer to this question. The answer to the question is stop being a dickhead. to everybody. Of course, I'm using Zach's question to speak to everybody right now. Just don't be a dickhead, right? Be sensible, be mindful, be intentional, mindful. I know exactly why I'm doing this. This will have this type of effect on me, good or bad. I'm being intentional. I own this decision. It's my choice. No excuses. That's all you have to do, Zach. And then your goals will take care of themselves. Hey, the Mober. Hey, Mike from Ireland. What's up, Mober? Good to see you, my man. Lots of Irish in here. I love that. I love that. Zach, what's your opinion of the Covington situation? I did a video on it yesterday, and I think it's bullshit simply because Colby Covington rightfully won the UFC lightweight interim title. He was told, and we were told, and he is firmly, credibly established as the number one contender to Tyron Woodley's. Sorry, I said lightweight on Colby. It's not. He's welterweight. Um, Tyron Woodley is the champion. Colby earned the opportunity to fight Tyron Woodley. Based upon his performances, Colby Covington just came off a dominant win over Rafael Dos Anjos, the former UFC lightweight world champion who's been smoking everybody at welterweight. Dos Anjos just smoked a multi-time world champion, Robbie Lawler. Dos Anjos smoked Lawler. Covington smoked Dos Anjos for the number one contendership, because if Dos Anjos beat Covington, he'd be fighting Woodley for the belt. Darren Till, who's a good fighter also. I'm not dissing Darren Till's fighting ability. He's a bad man. I'd love to see him get his shit together. He probably should be at 185. Truly, he should be at 185. Poor decision, poor strategy on his part and his team's part, with respect, by not having a beast like him at 185 fighting at full potential, sucking down the fight these smaller men. Doesn't make sense, and it takes years off of Till's career, especially his money years, in my opinion, as a coach in the game for so long. Probably going to take 3 to 5 years off the back end of his career from suffering so much to make this weight, instead of growing into a healthier body weight. With that being said, Till missed weight. On that same note, Till missed weight by 3.5 pounds for his last fight versus Stephen Thompson. Stephen Thompson, a great fighter also, to compare last components, Covington and Till. Stephen Thompson was a 2-time world title contender, but never champion. So Thompson got there twice, never won the belt, but he fought Tyron Woodley twice. So Wonder Boy has been beaten twice by Woodley. Till gets to fight Woodley. Covington just fought a previous world champion and smoked him. That should be the credible fight, the more credible fight. And Till and Thompson had a war. It was a battle. It's not like Till blew him away and you're like, God damn, this kid's got another 40%. Let's see what happens. I could see that. Didn't see that. This is my opinion. Yes, my opinion. That's my opinion. But last piece, and the most important piece, is Till missed weight for his last fight. He's missed weight twice in his UFC career. Coming off a missed weight, how can you elevate any athlete to a world title position where you're going to add a zero to the back of their paycheck? If you're making 100 grand, you're making $1 million. You fight for a UFC title, you're making $1 million. You're making no matter what your disclosed purse says, you're walking away with $1 million plus, by and large. Kid just missed weight. He didn't deserve it. He breached his contract. Didn't deserve it. Doesn't deserve it. All athletes. Josh Emmett, same thing. Josh Emmett misses weight by 3 pounds or so, smokes Ricardo Lamas, knocks him out, boom, puts Lamas down, gets elevated to a main event versus Jeremy Stevens, biggest paycheck of his career, of Josh's career, who's a great guy. I think Josh is a fun fighter to watch, but I'm just talking from a business perspective. Athlete misses weight, try or not, you can't get a bonus, because what happens, that allows the other athletes to intentionally, strategically miss weight, knowing it's going to elevate them, knowing they're going to get a bonus out of that. What else? What's up, Coach? So what's the fight? I'm late here. Likely Conor versus Khabib is the one being discussed. Conor versus Khabib in the fall is what everybody's reporting. That's what we're hearing. I got to jump out here in a minute. Like I said, we got Mr. Jay Haran coming on. What can I expect if I come to the Dolce Diet and Fitness Center in Las Vegas? You can expect gains, my man. You can expect gains. You can expect some of the best training you've ever received. You can expect personalized attention, one-on-one instruction, where we actually coach you as if you are one of our athletes instead of just simply putting you at one of 24 in a hit class that we run through a quick cycle. Not the way it works here. Excuse me. And then what are you looking for? Specifically, you want to work with one of our registered dietitians, no problem. Sit down and have a consultation. You want to work specifically one-on-one with our head coach, Mr. Adrian Ramirez, then definitely we hook and set that up. If you want any sort of engagement, interaction with myself, of course, I'm very engaging. But if you want to sit down and talk, hang out, do whatever, of course, that's available. Um, there's lots and lots and lots that we can do here, depending on what you want to do. So if you guys are interested, anybody's interested in any of that, just support at thedolcediet.com. Send us an email. We'll hook you up. We even do like Skypes, one-on-one consults, things like that, FaceTime calls, phone calls, what have you, sending, programs, remote work. Zach got slaughtered. Yeah, that was fun. Well, of course I'm talking to Zach like that because everybody understands that we're all dickheads. And the whole point was stop being a dickhead, right? We're all dickheads. Stop being a dickhead. That's your problem. All right, guys and girls, I do have to go right now. You can go to thedolcediet.com if you are interested in the most sophisticated, the most successful, healthy weight loss program. We have a 4 weeks, 3 weeks to shredded plan. You get a bonus week and the 12-week, 3 weeks to shredded plus the living lean bundle. This is at thedolcediet.com. It's real. It works. It's real food. Every meal, every ingredient, every recipe, grocery list, exercises, sets, reps, video tutorials, leaderboards, forums, resource sections, personalized to you. What should you eat? What should you eat right now? Like, how should you train? What should you do? What do you have to buy? How do you put it together? What's the recipe? So easy, so simple. It's meant to be simple. It's meant for anybody to follow it, and that's what it does. But it gives you the best possible results, better than any other. And we have, just thousands and thousands of people crushing it right now inside the system at thedolcediet.com. So that's the quick entry or exit here. I appreciate you guys, and I will be back tomorrow. 11 a.m. is the time we typically go, but I got Mr. Jay Haran coming in right now for the next episode of the Mike Dolce Show podcast, which we will release tomorrow. Until then, boom. And my podcast friends, I appreciate you guys being here. That was a little quick hit, so you know